Welcome everyone to another rankings video. I am your host slasherscotty, and I just want to let you know I'm sorry for the 2-week break. I am back now. I needed a couple weeks off to refresh, and tomorrow I have a date at the carnival. But now we're going to be going into another non-horror subject, continuing the last time's trend, which is on the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, known as Banjo-Tooie. We are going to rank all 9 worlds from this 2000 released Nintendo 64 classic gem. But we aren't going to be covering the starter world Spiral Mountain, its hub world Isle o' Hags, or even the much more minor location Gruntilda's Lair, which has been destroyed but is still accessible. But before we start ranking these very fun yet more difficult worlds from a very fun sequel of a near perfect game, we have a very special sponsor to plug, and that is our sponsor being RAZE Energy. Make sure to get your 12-pack of RAZE Energy and any other Rep Sports memorabilia, and doing so will guarantee you 15% off your next order by using slasherscotty in the coupon code at checkout. RAZE Energy is guaranteed to keep you going and going and going during long days and nights at the office and even in the classroom. So make sure to pick up your energy drink of RAZE, which comes in a variety of different flavors with 0 sugar in each can. Now that we mentioned our sponsors for this episode of the rankings, let me tell you all to please subscribe to me here at YouTube and show me some love. Don't forget to also hit that bell notification icon, because doing that will keep you updated on all things slasherscotty. And of course, like the video if you like what you saw, as well as comment your own personal rankings on where you believe each Banjo-Tooie world should be ranked. So which Banjo-Tooie world is the best of the best and the worst of the worst? Well, let's go and find out. But before we do, you know what time it is. It's time for that ultimate golden rule to be delivered. And this channel has this very special one, and there's only one golden rule, and that is these rankings are my own personal picks, or my own opinions. They may vary from yours, so don't bash me in the comments about how stupid I am or dumb I am for ranking one world higher than the other. So now how about we go and do our own collectathon by collecting rankings of each Banjo-Tooie world over in my other studio, eh? So I'll see you over there at the 9th ranked world. Woo! Number 9 is Cauldron's Keep. This is number 9 for a good reason, and that is simply because it isn't a normal world. It is classified as a world in the game and all the sites online, but there are no jiggies to collect, nor any notes or extra honeycomb pieces to collect. And just to say it is part of a formality, Cauldron's Keep is also the 9th and last world in the game to access. When entering Cauldron's Keep, you battle Klungle for the 3rd and last time. You compete in the Tower of Tragedy quiz show, and then battle Gruntilda and her Hag 1 machine before the game ends and does its classic cutscenes. Other than that, not much of a world, so it doesn't deserve anywhere near on this list except last place. Oh, and by the way, the quiz show of Banjo-Kazooie is much more fun than the one in this game. You know, I don't know, it's just much better. I don't know. Sorry, but it has to be the end. Number 8 is Grunty's Industries. Grunty's Industries is the 6th world in the game and by far the hardest and longest to complete. It has a subpar boss in Weldar, who, as a token of beating him, just gives you a shock jump disc, which ultimately does lead to you obtaining a Jiggy. But overall, this world is rather complicated and very tedious to complete. You do meet Lago, the toilet from the last game's Mad Monster Mansion world, as well as play a mini-game by collecting Twinklies in your backpack and releasing them onto the platforms, which the Twinklies were part of another mini-game in Freezy Peak in the last game as well. You are also transformed into a washing machine that hilariously shoots out underwear at the bad guys by Humbawamba. Jam Jars teaches Banjo and Kazooie some new moves as well in this world, including the Snooze Pack, the Leg Spring, and how to use the Claw Climber Boots. Mumbo Jumbo's shamanistic abilities perform EMT on industry-related machines. There are 5 floors, 4 sides, a roof, and a basement to access in order to complete the game. and it isn't easy. This world is usually complete, I usually complete in one sitting, but it takes me roughly 4 to 5 hours to complete it. It's just too tedious to complete in one sitting. Definitely not my favorite world in this game, for sure. Number 7 is Mayahem Temple. Mayahem Temple is the first official world you go to and introduces the game immediately with backtracking, as you cannot complete the world without first accessing the second world in the game to learn a move from jam jars. The boss is the target shooting god named Targetson. You do some pretty neat minigames such as the Mayahem Kickball Tournament and a first-person shooter type game using Kazooie as the gun, so to speak. You learn from jam jars in this world, who replaces a now deceased Bottles as the new drill sergeant to train you with newer moves such as the egg aiming, the Breagle Blaster, and the Grip Grab. Humbawamba turns you into a Stony, as well as Mumbo Jumbo doing some shaman magic himself by the power of Summon, where he summons the Golden Goliath from his foundation to rise and become alive. Overall, not a bad world, but just not one of my favorites. Number 6 is Terrydactyland. Terrydactyland is the 5th world in the game and is a prehistoric theme with tons of dinosaurs. You play some clever mini-games such as bursting the ulcers in one of the dinosaurs' stomachs, as well as Mumbo Jumbo doing some nice magic, including enlarge, so he can make things increase in size, such as Humbawamba's wigwam, which, it's gotta be needed for her transformation, as she transforms Banjo and Kazooie into a baby T-Rex and a daddy T-Rex, which you only become if Mumbo enlarged Humba's wigwam. You do fight the boss Terry in this world, who is a giant-sized mommy pterodactyl that wants to protect her young children that are still inside of their eggs, which you later collect and bring back to her after you beat her. Jam Jars also teaches you some new moves, including the Hatch, Taxi Pack, and how to use the Springy Step Shoe. This world is very unique and an interesting one, but there's something about it that just doesn't resonate with me. I don't know what it is, but it's something up there that just makes me not enjoy it as much as the other worlds. Number 5 is Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Mixed up into multiple zones, Jolly Roger's Lagoon, which is the 4th world in the game, starts out with you being in a pirate-themed small city that has a pawn shop and a ginger beer inn and diner hosted by Jolly Roger himself. You meet a pirate inside, which was on a picture in the mansion of Mad Monster Mansion last game, as well as the original boss before they changed it up to Gruntilda, and you also meet an old friend in Captain Blubber. You collect doubloons to purchase things such as Cheeto Pigs and Jiggies, as well as learn some new moves from jam jars such as the Talon Torpedo, the Wing Whack, and the Sub-Aqua Egg Aiming. Mumbo does his magic so you can enter the other part of the world, which is under the water and into the lagoon. His magic is sunlight and allows you to have air while swimming under the water and in the lagoon and its magical paradises such as Atlantis. Humbawamba transforms you into a submarine that shoots torpedo missiles and is much easier to beat the boss anglerfish, Lord Wu Fatback, that is living inside the locker of Davy Jones himself. Using the submarine to beat the boss is much easier because you don't have to do the horrible swimming controls with Banjo-Kazooie, as well as use up all of your inventory of eggs since you have an unlimited number of torpedo missiles as the submarine. You play a mini-game too, which is rather fun, and you get to be the submarine to shoot as many shrapnel mind bombs as you can, who are returning from Banjo-Kazooie as well, when they were last seen in multiple worlds first mentioned in Treasure Trove Cove. This world is very inventive and creative, and the piss-poor swimming controls that this game has, as well as the last one, it just makes the underwater world so much more complicated, similar to that of Clanker's Cavern. Number 4 is Glitter Gulch Mine. Glitter Gulch Mine is the 2nd world of the game, and it takes place as the world suggests, in a mine. You fight the boss, Old King Coal, who is a giant coal monster, and he lives within the boiler room of his train named Chucky, which you can then use to complete quests, objectives, and travel from one world to another. Rather quickly, mind you. Humbawamba turns you into a detonator, which is useful in getting to new spots within the mine, but it's the weakest transformation of the game, as you can also hurt yourself whenever you detonate to attack bad guys. Mumbo Jumbo does levitate as his magical prowess in this world, which is rather neat, as well as Jam Jars teaches Banjo and Kazooie some more unique and advanced moves, such as the Bill Drill and the Beak Bayonet, with the latter one coming in handy for the minigame on stopping the sticks of dynamite from invading the mines. You also do another minigame by battling a canary that is at first trapped in a smog-infested gas chamber, and her name is Canary Mary, where you first race her in a mining cart she fixed to get a Jiggy, and then again to get a Cheeto page, after you beat her the second time, which is a tougher race than the first time you beat her. You then later see her as she states she's going to fly in the clouds. But overall, a pretty interesting world, and I do enjoy this one a lot. Number 3 is Cloud Cuckooland, the last official world in the game outside of Cauldron's Keep. Cloud Cuckooland is the 8th world in the game and is very fun and very cartoony. You are in the clouds where you do a minigame of racing Canary Mary again, whom you previously met in Glitter Gulch Mine, and race her in a mouse car 2 more times, one for a Jiggy and again for another Cheeto page. Both times are much harder than the first 2 times, and I only beat her once out of the 2 times in this world, since I've been playing this world, in 2000, almost 21 years ago. You also do other mini games such as shooting at lit up Jiggies on a wall inside a pot of gold, killing germs inside of a trash can, and you even have to unlock a safe to go into Rotten Cheese and scale the Rotten Onions to do that. You also defeat Mr. Fit in his personal fitness tests. Jam Jars teaches you the sack pack, as well as Humble Wumba transforming you into a bumblebee, much like Mumbo does in Click Clock Wood. The only difference is you shoot stingers to attack, and Mumbo performs a rain dance for his magic. The boss is Mumbo Jumbo. Well, not exactly. It's Mingy Jongo, who is a Mumbo Jumbo robotic impersonator. You also kill the husband of Mildred the Ice Cube, who you meet in a previous world, when you help George get home to his wife, and he ends up falling into some boiling hot water, cooling it down for you to complete a Jiggy in that world. Overall, super fun, and it's a unique world for sure, and I really enjoy this one. Number 2 is Hailfire Peaks. Hailfire Peaks is the 7th world in the game, and it is broken up into 2 worlds. And we'll be covering each of them separately, just like we did with the seasons of Click Clock Wood the last time we did the ranking video on the Banjo-Kazooie worlds. The 2 parts are the lava side and the icy side. So how about we go and dive deeper into each side, alright? The lava side of Hailfire Peaks is the first part you are introduced to, and you can work your way over to the icy side at any time. In the lava side, you meet, for a second time in this game, a staple character of the franchise, Gobi the Camel. Mumbo Jumbo is also found in the lava side of the world and performs some interesting magic, which is Life Force, and he performs it on the icy side of the world. You only learn 1 move on the lava side out of the 2 moves in the world, which is the Shack Pack, and you play some minigames such as the Colosseum Kickball Tournament. The boss in this world is a fire dragon named Chili Billy, and is defeated simply with ice eggs through cannons. Overall, I enjoy the fire side of this world, and the icy side is just as fun. The icy side of Hailfire Peaks is fun, and is the second part of this world that can be accessed at any time after entering the world via the fire side. You see Boggy, who is another staple character from the last game, and he has gotten fatter. You perform Life Force by Mumbo Jumbo when you play as him from the lava side, and Humba Wumba is located in the icy side of the world, where she transforms you into a snowball that can grow into a larger size. You learn the second and last move of the world, which is Glide, and you also meet some iconic characters such as Sabri Man, and meet the children of the aliens that you met back in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. The boss is Chili Willy, who you beat similar to how you beat his brother Chili Billy on the fire side, but instead of ice eggs, you use fire eggs through the cannons. You kill Mildred the Ice Cube, who lost her husband George, and you end up later killing him in Cloud Cuckooland by having him fall into the fire side of his world. So that poor married couple, well, let's just say, let them rest in peace. Overall, super fun world, and I do enjoy this side of it as well. The number one spot of the rankings goes to Witchyworld. Witchyworld is the third world in the game, and it is absolutely fun and a joy to play. With many mini-games such as collecting Twinklies from the Twinkly Munches, both of which were seen in the Freezy Peak world of the last game, and the Twinklies are later seen in Grunty's Industries, as well as other mini-games such as the Hoop Hurry Challenge, the Saucer of Peril Ride, and the Balloon Burst Challenge. Mumbo Jumbo's magic does power to activate some electricity on certain attractions. You also can visit Madame Grunty in her tent, where she can beat you up, give you some great stuff like eggs, feathers, increase your health bar, and a new ability to learn and activate in the Mayahem temple room. Humba Wumba turns you into a van that activates and opens attractions with coins. Jam Jars teaches you some new moves such as the Split Up, the Pack Whack, and the Airborne A-Gaming. The boss is Mr. Patch, an inflatable blow-up dinosaur doll with patches all over him inside of the tent of Conga the Gorilla, who was the boss from Mumbo's Mountain in the last game. This world is super fun and has so many attractions. You even meet Gobi the Camel for the first time since the last game. This world is an amusement park, and it's full of dangerous proportions that I absolutely love and enjoy more than any other world in this game. But that is it. We just covered all 9 worlds in Banjo-Tooie, so before you go and play some more games like Minecraft, Pokemon Go, and Grand Theft Auto, let's go to the other studio, complete some important stuff, okay? And then I'll let you go on your merry old way to play some more games and on that Twitch stream. See you soon, alright? Thank you everyone for joining me on this continuation of the Banjo-Kazooie video game franchise's sequel, Banjo-Tooie, and joining me on ranking the much harder and more difficult world within the game. If you liked what you saw, please do me a favor and subscribe and like this video and comment what you thought specifically. If you agree, do you not agree? Just tell me what you think and how you would rank them, because I definitely would like to know. And of course, this video wasn't based on horror. I know, second video in a row from the rankings that it wasn't. But it doesn't hurt to throw some horror slang. So be my guest, show me some love, and do me the honors by subscribing to me. How can you subscribe to me? Very simple. All you gotta do is smash the subscribe button. Show me some love, you want to. Hit that bell notification icon. Doing that will get you updated on all things Scotty, because you want to. Every video you'll get notified on. And right when it's posted, I'm telling you, do it right away. But that's all I got here. So until next time, I'm slasherscotty, and even I can beat Gruntilda. Oh no! I think she gave up on 2. Oh my god.